Hi, my name is John Skiba, and I'm an attorney in Arizona who helps people with their debt problems. If you've been sued by CACH LLC or one of the other debt buyers, you probably felt a lot of different emotions, with the fear of the unknown likely rising to the top. However, understanding the process you're going through can bring you a lot of peace. Simply knowing what to expect from CACH LLC and the justice court system here in Arizona will take much of the concern and fear out of your situation. If you've been sued by CACH LLC or frankly any of the debt buyers like Midland Funding, Portfolio Recovery, or any of the others, and you're being sued here in the Arizona justice court system, here are a few pointers on what you can expect during your case. The complaint and the summons. This is where everything begins. The complaint is a document that CACH LLC filed that states what allegations they have against you. The summons is the order from the justice court that tells you when you need to file a written answer to the complaint, or you risk having a default judgment entered against you. Here in Arizona, you have 20 days to file a written answer to the complaint with the court. It's important to note that these are calendar days and they include weekends. If you've been served with a debt collection lawsuit, the first thing you need to do is to take out your calendar, count out 20 calendar days, and circle that date. That's an important one. The second step is the answer. The answer is your written response to the complaint. The way to think about the complaint, it is really nothing more than a bunch of allegations of the debt buyer. In the answer, your job is to either admit or deny the allegations of the complaint. If you don't know the information needed to respond to the complaint, it's also okay to say that you don't know. The main thing I try to convey to clients is that the answer is not your time to tell your side of the case. I've seen many people who prepared and filed their own answer mess up their case because of the information they wrote in the answer. Your day in court will come, and when it does, that will be your time for us to tell your side of the story. The answer is not that time. It's also important to note that you'll be required to pay a filing fee to the clerk of the court. In Arizona, as of 2014, the justice courts will require you to pay $65. The next step is the disclosure statement. In Arizona, there are mandatory disclosures that must be made by both parties within 40 days after you file your answer with the court. The disclosure statement is essentially where both sides have to show their cards. You have to disclose your version of the facts, your legal theories, the names of any witnesses you intend to call at trial, and provide any documentation you have in connection with the case to the attorneys for CACH LLC or whoever it is that you're litigating against. In Arizona, this document is not filed with the court, but simply exchanged between the parties via mail. The next step may be mediation. Some of the justice courts here in Arizona will require that the parties attend mediation. Mediation is not trial. Mediation is the process of seeing if there's some middle ground that can be reached between you and CACH LLC. The judge is not involved in this process. Usually there's a mediator that will get the parties together and see if some sort of agreement can be reached. If not, no big deal. The case is then sent back to the judge for a trial date. The next step is likely the pretrial conference. If mediation is not successful, then the court will set a pretrial conference. This again is not your day in court, even though it will be held at the court. The pretrial conference is typically really short, usually about 5 to 10 minutes. The justice of the peace will talk to the parties to see if there's anything else the parties need to do prior to trial, and then we'll either set the case for trial or tell you that the court will send you a trial date shortly in the mail. If they don't give you a trial date there in court, again, check the mail you're going to receive in the next week or so. The next and the final step is trial. Trials in the justice court are measured in hours, not days. There's no juries. The typical debt buyer trial will take anywhere from 30 minutes up to 2 hours. The typical time from when the complaint is filed until your trial is held in Arizona will be about 4 to 8 months, sometimes a little bit longer. You also have the right to appeal your case. If you don't like the outcome of your trial, you can always just appeal it. In Arizona, you have 14 days from the day the court rules against you to file your appeal. Now, the above steps are generally what you can expect in debt buyer cases in the Arizona justice court system. There can be other steps, such as a motion for summary judgment, but in general, this is what you can expect. This information alone will not make you win your case, but it can relieve some of the stress associated with getting sued. If you've been sued by CACH LLC or one of the debt buyers like Midland Funding, there's more information here on my website, my YouTube channel, videos, there's articles, or you can reach me at this email address, skibalaw.com. John at skibalaw.com, and I'm happy to help you the best that I can. Thanks for watching.